My husband keeps bragging about how our newborn got his family dimples, but I hooked up with his twin brother the night before our wedding. Everyone in my husband Mark's family has these deep dimples. His mom, his dad, even his identical twin brother Luke. It's like their genetic trademark that gets passed down through generations. When our daughter Emma was born last week with the cutest little dimples, Mark was absolutely over the moon. Outplay's been posting pictures everywhere with captions like "Strong family genes strike again," and "Another dimpled beauty joins the Johnson clan." But I know something Mark doesn't. Something that's been eating at me for 9 months straight. The night before our wedding, I got serious cold feet and went to Luke's apartment to talk. We'd always had this weird unspoken tension between us, and I was questioning everything about marrying Mark. Was I making the right choice? Did I really love him, or was I just settling because he was safe? Luke opened the door in gray sweatpants and an old college t-shirt, looking genuinely surprised to see me crying at 11 p.m. We sat on his leather couch and I started sobbing about my doubts and fears. He listened without any judgment, handed me tissues, made chamomile tea. One glass of wine led to another, to calm my shaking nerves. Before I knew it, we were kissing passionately. Then we ended up sleeping together right there on his living room floor. I felt absolutely horrible afterwards. Luke was just as shocked and guilty as I was. We both agreed it was a massive mistake that could never happen again or be spoken about. I went through with the wedding the next day, buried the overwhelming guilt deep down, and convinced myself it was just pre-wedding panic that made me do something so completely stupid and destructive. But Mark and Luke are identical twins, but Luke has this tiny jagged scar above his left eyebrow from falling off his bike as a 7-year-old. It's literally the only way anyone can tell them apart. When Emma smiles and laughs, I swear I can see Luke's exact facial expressions instead of Mark's. The way she scrunches her little nose, the specific shape of her smile, even how she moves her tiny hands while sleeping. Yesterday, Mark's sister Amy came over to visit and meet Emma for the first time. She kept going on and on about how Emma looks exactly like Luke did as a baby, not Mark. He even pulled out old yellowed family photos from when the twins were infants, and the resemblance was absolutely undeniable and terrifying. Mark laughed it off casually, saying, "Well, we are identical twins after all, so that makes perfect sense that she'd look like either of us." But this morning, while changing Emma's diaper in the nursery, I noticed something that made my blood completely freeze in my veins. A small distinctive birthmark on her left shoulder in the exact shape of a crescent moon. My heart started pounding violently because I remembered tracing that exact same birthmark on Luke's shoulder that night while we were lying together afterwards in the dark. Mark walked into the nursery right at that moment and saw me staring at Emma with what must have been pure terror written across my face. "What's wrong, honey?" he asked, looking genuinely concerned about my obvious distress. I quickly stammered that nothing was wrong, just admiring how absolutely beautiful she is. But my hands were visibly shaking as I finished diapering her with fumbling fingers. He picked up Emma lovingly and started pointing out all the wonderful family features she inherited from his side. "Look at those perfect little dimples. She's definitely a Johnson baby through and through. Mom's going to cry happy tears when she sees how much Emma looks like our old baby pictures from the photo albums." The worst part is Luke comes to every single family gathering now. He holds Emma and plays with her, making funny faces, and I can't tell if he sees the obvious resemblance too, or if he's completely blocked out that night from his memory. Mark keeps talking excitedly about having more kids soon, so Emma can have siblings with the same beautiful dimples and strong Johnson family genes running through their veins. I haven't been able to sleep or eat properly since I noticed that telltale crescent birthmark. Every time Mark posts another proud photo celebrating Emma's Johnson family features on social media, I feel sick to my stomach knowing the devastating truth about whose daughter she really might be.